It's mango. Oh. It's not that bad. It's pretty...
Okay, you've never seen my face before. My name is Tomi Berry. I'm a new streamer. My mic is trash. My camera is trash. But my personality isn't trash. So enjoy the streams. Enjoy TWS. Together we're strong community.
I don't always get as personal, but I want you to know where I'm coming from and why this community means so much to me. So growing up, my mom sacrificed everything for me. There were times when we didn't know how we'd get through the month. She'd work harder than anyone I've ever seen to keep me alive and, well, never letting me go. That kind of love makes you want to do something big with your life. So when I go into college, it was supposed to be my ticket to success. It was supposed to be the safe path. But I dropped out because I knew deep down that this creative grind is where I'm meant to be. I'm chasing this dream, not just for me, but for her too, to make all those sacrifices worth it. That's where this community comes in. I'm building a place where people who vibe with me can connect, collaborate, and chase dreams of their own. Whether you're into making YouTube videos, music, memes, or just want to be a part of the fun, be a part of the movement, this Discord is for you. We're doing giveaways, meme reactions, and right now I'm hosting an outfit competition, so pull up. But genuinely, if you've got talent or just want to be a part of a movement, this is your invite. Let's build something great together. Discord in the pinned comment. Join.
The most twisted case you've ever heard. Documentary. Now, I'm not gonna lie, chat. I
think this video might actually be unwatchable at this point because I won't stop crunching down on my crisps. So if you really mess with me and you're still watching this while I'm still crunching these crisps, like, I might just keep it in for the joke. But you know what? Forget it. Comment down how many times I actually crinkle that chip packet and put it in the comments below, and I swear to God, I will shout you out in my next video. Like, you can just watch it because it sounds funny at this point, or maybe you like the sound and it arouses you or something.
My snack's on deck, so I'm ready to hear this.
Okay, listen, these calls are emergency.
911, where's your emergency?
We need an ambulance. I went in and turned the living room light on. I can see blood. Ma'am, I don't know. I didn't touch him, but it don't appear that he's breathing.
She called herself the brunette bomber and fantasized about the day she'd go out in a blaze of glory.
Did she shit on people? Who the fuck says brunette bomber?
I had stabbed him at least 3 or 4 times. I meant to kill all 3 of them. I'll hurt somebody if I'm with other people. I'll keep going.
When Sean Ball entered the picture, it was only a matter of time before she had him under her thumb. And the friendship was a recipe for disaster. He soon became the willing accomplice she'd been looking to find. However, Sean had no idea what he'd gotten himself into, as the murderous rampage carried out by the selfie killer would prove much more devastating than he'd ever anticipated.
Her plan was she wanted to do like a true mass murder spree.
What woke you up?
Her.
It was Saturday, April 4th, 2015, and Marlena Light joined her daughter, Amanda Taylor, and Amanda's friend, Sean Ball, on a trip to Walmart. They were on a mission to buy Easter basket fillers for Amanda's 2 young children, as Easter was the following day. But everything took an unexpectedly violent turn later that afternoon.
Why would you murder people?
Received an alarming call from a restricted phone number that same night.
Guys.
On the other end was Amanda.
Guys, I'm gonna be so honest. What is the one thing that might make you commit murder in GTA? For a lot of people, it's when people hurt their siblings. You know, like, let's say some guy was being weird to your little sister or little brother, and then you just tried to take his head off.
Yeah, I'm gonna say I got the phone call around 9 or 10. She said, "Mom, I love you, and I appreciate everything you've done, and you've always been a good mother.
That's fucking terrible.
I'm sorry for everything that I ever did and all the lies I ever said. And I had to do something bad, Mom, and I don't want to. I don't want you to yell at me. I said, what did you do? I said, are you hurt? I said, just tell me, I can help you."
Marlena couldn't make any sense of the situation, but it was clear that something terrible had occurred. She pleaded with her daughter to come home, back to Christiansburg, Virginia, but Amanda refused to do so, and stated that she and Sean were en route to Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. It was no secret that Amanda had been headed on a downward spiral, and it all began with a traumatic event that had taken place nearly 8 months earlier, back in late August of 2014. Amanda's estranged husband, Rex Taylor, had allegedly been battling depression and prescription substance abuse for several years. He put an abrupt end to all of it the day he took his own life. Upon Rex's untimely death, Amanda fell into a deep depression of her own.
That's why she went crazy.
An intense level of rage. And all of that bottled up anger would be unleashed on one unwitting individual, at least initially. It wasn't as if the tragedy marked the onset of Amanda's issues, however. She had a checkered past, and Mariah Roebuck, who we'll soon hear from, substantiated that. She'd become friends with Amanda when they were around the age of 12, and the two had gotten into quite a bit of trouble in the years that followed. According to records from the Montgomery County Sheriff's Office located in Virginia, it was back in October 2005 when Amanda and Mariah jumped into a car and ran away from home.
Whoa,
both
trauma, man.
were charged with unauthorized use of a vehicle.
Wow.
In the midst of Amanda's indiscretions during her 9th grade year, she met Rex Taylor, who was 2 years her senior, and they began dating. In early April of 2006, Amanda was charged with disorderly conduct as a result of some alarming behavior that took place at her high school. She allegedly screamed, "This place, I hate this fucking place, I hate you people, I'll kill all of you."
Oh
the
my God, allegedly?
Went beyond the threshold.
She definitely said that.
Teenage dramatics. Amanda became pregnant with the first of 2 children she and Rex had around this time, and her high school career came to a premature end. But the birth of their son didn't seem to slow her down much when it came to engaging in criminal behavior. The years leading up to Rex's death were riddled with more run-ins with the law for Amanda, including another attempt to run away that involved the theft of a vehicle,
GTA,
of underage possession of alcohol,
grand theft,
multiple domestic altercations, and a drug conviction relating to methamphetamine. Then there was the issue of Amanda and Rex's rocky relationship that had been marred by alleged infidelity, among other obstacles. Finally, in April of 2014, the two went their separate ways, reportedly as a result of Rex's prescription substance abuse. He returned to the home shared by his father, Charles Taylor, and grandfather, Alan Taylor. 4 months later, his lifeless body was discovered in a shed on the property.
Oh, it's fucking terrible.
To the home shared by his father, Charles Taylor, and grandfather, Alan Taylor. 4 months later, his lifeless body was discovered in a shed on the property. So began Amanda's downward spiral that culminated in absolute tragedy. Her next crime was so gruesome, so shocking, that it was beyond words. But there was much more to the whole disastrous situation than initially met the eye. Elements of evil had been carefully hidden under the guise of revenge.
What did she do this time, man?
Dodge advises us not to speak ill of the dead. Dirty secrets like Rex's weren't meant to be kept. The appalling truths were about to make their way to the surface. You see, Amanda had developed a deep desire to kill. And according to Mariah, the inspiration behind it was none other than Amanda's late husband, Rex.
Him dying really messed her up.
Rex had a profound fascination with serial killers.
Oh my God.
You really did bring that on her.
In actuality, his interest...
No, he didn't just bring it 100%. She also has a mind of her own. I guess that guy was her whole life, chat. I think that's really what happened. Because why on earth would you just start killing people in GTA just because your husband had an interest in killers? That doesn't make sense. It's like me watching The Boys, and I have an interest in Homeland as a villain. Doesn't mean I'm actually gonna go kill people. That's sad.
This went far beyond fascination. He had connections with serial killers that unquestionably crossed the line. One particularly unusual
connections like phone numbers?
Was a long-distance friendship Rex had struck up with an imprisoned serial killer by the name
Rex,
of Paul
why are you
Runge.
being friends with serial
The two
killers?
wrote back and forth, and Rex went so far as to change his name on a social media account to Rex Runge. According to Amanda's friend Mariah, Runge sent Amanda $1,000 after Rex's death. In addition to the inappropriate relationships with convicted murderers, there was another alleged unspeakable act. Like Rex's obsession, Amanda's was further evidenced by some appalling revelations.
No, what
Past
happened?
social media posts under her account where she took on a
Bro,
nickname
Facebook always has the fucked up shit.
Internet bomber glorified mass murderers and their violent attacks, including Timothy McVeigh, known as the Oklahoma City Bomber, and Dylan Klebold and Eric Harris, the perpetrators of the Columbine High School massacre.
This is a fetish.
It didn't end there, though. According to Amanda's parents, Marlena and William Light,
Her favorite movie was that one where those two boys went in and shot up that school.
Ryan,
My
Ryan.
dad said that on her Facebook she's been communicating with people from ISIS.
She had
ISIS?
25 people from ISIS.
Wish her a happy birthday.
What? How the fuck did she get connections from
On
ISIS?
the 27th, all kinds of weird, strange people.
all the evidence seemed to be there. If only someone would have acted. It was clear she aspired to be one of those merciless killers she so idolized. Of course, it would start with what she depicted as revenge, but it would head in a direction even more sinister. She couldn't do it all herself, however. She needed a willing accomplice, and that was where Sean Ball came in.
Sean, what did you
Though
do,
it's clear
man?
that his feelings for Amanda definitely didn't mirror those which she had for him, according to Mariah.
Harley Quinn and the Joker. Literally Harley Quinn and the Joker.
She did not like him at all.
Oh.
She only liked him because when he was here, he was all the time. He was all the time.
Fucked.
Always liked him. He would cry, he would take away.
You see, this is why your energy, you need to make sure your energy is so good. Because with the way you act, you attract other people that are into the same things as you. And if you're into the sick shit, like killing people, you're gonna, pardon me, but you're gonna attract people that are into killing as well. Man, listen, anybody at TWS, if you're going through something in your head, speak to somebody, speak to your parents, speak to your friend, text anybody in the Discord, man. We're a welcoming community. You just need somebody so you can't end up like Maria, the murderer. No, I think it was Amanda, I think. No, Bomber Brunette.
But she wanted, she told me so many times she did not like him at all. I can really do whatever I want. I can control him like he's a dog.
It was as if there was some sort of toxic bond that held the two together. The catalyst that seems to have put the horrendous plan into action began with the events of one night, just 1 week before the grisly spree would get underway. It was March 27th, 2015, and Mariah and her husband Johnny Roebuck were celebrating Amanda's 24th birthday.
Get their mind off of everything. Try to let her have fun, and everything was going good. And she wanted to go to the wreck.
It was always a bad idea. She always just acted
Rex passed
ridiculous
away.
every single time. She had a really, really big.
Oh, what's wrong with her?
She was at her grave. She had a knife out, and she was gonna. I don't know.
Eventually
She
kill
was
us
gonna.
all.
She was gonna slit her throat.
Along with Amanda, Mariah, and Johnny that night was
That
Sean,
knife is
who had
huge.
gifted Amanda that very knife for her birthday.
Who the
As it would turn out,
Bro, what kind of sick motherfucker says, hey, happy birthday? Shong, here's a big ass knife so you can start stabbing. Man. Bro, this is worse. This is worse than a homeless man who does drugs and he's begging you for money and you know he's gonna spend on drugs the next day. He's like, can I get a pound? You got a pound on you? 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 Sad.
this was a poor choice on Sean's part.
She had people who would put her in the car seat. She had about her arms, $10 put her in a week, put her in the lobby.
William Light, Amanda's stepfather, also bore witness to a portion of the mayhem that occurred that night.
2:30 in the morning, there's a knock at the door. She's out there fighting this Sean and Mariah's husband. And she's got a knife saying it was her birthday and it was Rex's birthday too. And she said it was their day and she was going to be with him. Well, she broke and ran. And the police caught her somewhere going down Rafford Street. Well, they took her to St. Albans.
Amanda was taken to Carillion Clinic.
The best Skittles are the blue ones. The purple ones aren't that good.
Virginia, an inpatient psychiatric and substance abuse treatment center.
Maybe I should stop mixing the flavors together.
3-4 days in St. Albans, we told them that she said that she was going to kill her children. They released her.
Apparently, Amanda had made the very same disturbing statement to Mariah.
That's messed up. Hostage.
And any time that she'd ever said anything about, killing them or anything, she just said she's not going to be direct. She's not killing them because she hates them, or anything like that. In her mind,
Why don't you go to Rex?
And that everything will be okay.
Why, instead of her killing other people, why doesn't she just turn the switch off and so she can go meet Rex? What's the point of doing it to innocent children? Makes no sense.
Clearly, Amanda needed extensive help, well beyond what she had received at the treatment center.
Man,
the
that
few
is
days
sad.
she spent there.
She was supposed to stay there until Friday. She checked out on a Wednesday. So April 1st, she wanted to come here. Sean, he was our roommate. He was living in our basement. And I told him that she can't come here. I don't feel like
It's not safe. She might kill you one
I
day.
wouldn't let her come back here. But I got social services up here, got paperwork that she can take them children out of here.
Amanda had worn out her welcome at the homes of both
She's a
her
monster.
parents and her closest friend. She'd run out of options. That was when her wannabe knight in shining armor,
I bet she
Sean,
killed him.
came to her rescue.
I was texting them both, I was calling them both.
This is so messed up.
I knew Sean wasn't going to come back here. Our rent was due.
He had the rent money from his mom, and he's like, I'm gonna come to this year, and I'm leaving to ask him.
No.
What are your plans? Okay, the man are going to convince you to go do something stupid. He's like, no, I'm going to ask him.
Did he ever bring you rent money?
What the fuck was that? Did you hear that? Yo, the fuck is... What is that? Hello? Shit, I didn't mean to move. The fuck?
No.
Maybe Sean truly believed that was where they were headed. Of course, he had no way of really knowing the extent of the horror the future had in store for him.
Then my parents told him no after they left here.
A receipt confirms that Sean had purchased a room for himself and Amanda at the local Super 8 motel. They checked in on April 2nd, then checked out the
2015
day, Friday, April 3rd. That afternoon, Amanda and Sean stopped.
Just think about it. 2015? Bro, Vine was still alive when this was happening. You were still alive when this was happening. I was still alive when this was happening. There's so much crazy shit that goes on in the world, chap. Oh my god. If you live with your parents, you're blessed. There's no way you would want a life like these two. Amanda, Sean.
His mother and stepfather's home to grab some clothing he'd been storing there before heading to Asheville. It was then that Sean's mother, Becky, met Amanda for the first time.
It was real happy that day. It was real good. It was Friday, between 2:30 and 3, him and her. She was really nice. She didn't get out of the car or anything.
Why the fuck is Homer Simpson there?
How long has he been with?
I don't know. See, I just met her.
Later that evening, after Amanda and Sean had come and gone, Sean's stepfather made an ominous discovery. It wasn't just anybody who'd taken them, though.
Now, was your safe broken into, or?
It was open.
Was that something you would notice right away?
No, not really.
Because they pushed it back, but it hadn't locked. And we never get in it.
No, the mistake I made was not changing it was just like the keys from Walmart.
Thank you.
Oh, okay.
They never anticipated the need to change the code, unfortunately. The following day, the horrendous plan came to fruition. But it wasn't until later that night that the ghastly discovery was made.
Oh, no.
911, where's your emergency?
We need an ambulance. I went in to turn the living room light on. I can see blood. Ma'am, I don't know. I didn't touch him, but it don't appear that he's breathing.
Around the same time, a 911 call was made. Amanda placed that upsetting call to her mother, Marlena.
She got found. Busted. Busted.
And I appreciate everything you've done, and you've always been a good mother. And I'm sorry for everything that I ever did and all the lies I ever said. And I had to do something bad, Mom.
Then the following day, Easter Sunday around noon, Amanda's mother-in-law received a distressing call. Though it came from a restricted source, Melissa Taylor knew right away that it was...
There's a guy called Larry Lawton. And I respect him a lot. He was the biggest jewel thief in America. But here's one thing that he says that I agree with, but at the same time, I'm not sure. Is that he says everybody deserves a second chance. And he says that prison is meant to rehabilitate people, but it doesn't do that. But when I hear stuff like this, does Amanda, the murderer, really deserve a second chance? No. I mean, she wasted her chance and she knew the consequences. And she said, I'm sorry to her mom because she got caught. Not because she's actually sorry for what she did. She's... Man.
It was her daughter-in-law, Amanda, on the other end.
She said she just couldn't stop stabbing. So I said, please stop.
What's wrong with you?
Stop. You got the babies to think about. She said she'd never get to see the babies again. And that she wasn't going out of this world alive. She said, so please don't hurt nobody else. She said she wasn't going to hurt nobody else. And that if the law goes to apprehend her, she would shoot. They're not going to take her alive.
No one could have ever predicted the identity of the victim Amanda had targeted.
Her mom?
The revelation would come as a complete and total shock. By this time, a manhunt was well underway for both Amanda and Sean. Then a haunting post appeared under one of Amanda's social media accounts.
Today when she called, she said, Mom, Sean is off.
Oh my God.
So I'm by myself now.
But this wasn't the whole truth. Not at all, as it would turn out. That evening, pings from cell phone towers were used to locate Amanda's whereabouts. Members of the North Carolina State Highway Patrol observed Sean's white Jeep heading east on I-40 near Asheville. When they attempted to pull her over, however, she fled. She wasn't going down without a fight. Law enforcement braced themselves. They knew she was armed and extremely dangerous. This reality was only further reinforced by yet another sobering social media post that had surfaced that day.
I need to read this description. Let's read it together. Alright. It's about that time I'm going to find my husband in hell and finally be at peace. I love you, Mom, and my beautiful crazies. I know you'll give them the life I just couldn't after everything. Maria, I'll always love you and those monsters. I can't apologize because I'm finally going to be free. Oh my God, bro. To think I was scared to do a front flip because some girl said that she would do anal sex with me. And this shit just happens. Like, there's bigger stuff to worry about in the world. Wow.
It read, all right, it's about that time. I'm going to find my husband in hell and finally be at peace. Turning herself in was obviously not part of her plan. After a 2-mile chase, spike strips were strategically placed in Amanda's path. Finally, all of the devastation and chaos came to an end when Amanda was taken into custody around 8 o'clock that night, miraculously without further incident. A few hours later, a Montgomery County Sheriff's Office investigator and an FBI special agent sat down with Amanda. In the interrogation room now, Amanda is about to receive her Miranda warnings. You're about to catch a glimpse into the mind of a demented killer like no other you've seen before. The majority of the following footage has never been seen before.
You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can be used against you in court.
Amanda agrees to speak with the investigators.
She has no other choice.
Enough, she's poised to reveal every last twisted detail. Amanda begins her account of how she and Sean built their makeshift arsenal. It's no surprise that it began at the home of Sean's parents.
So Friday morning, I'm pretty sure it was Friday morning, we went and we reset the code, and he got out the 2 handguns and
that long gun?
The hunting rifle, the big one was in the back.
Right off the bat, Amanda displays some grooming behaviors. People typically do this when they want to be liked or seeking approval. Additionally, she's got some anchor point movements going on, which show that despite talking calmly, she's likely feeling anxious. Sean placed the firearms in his Jeep, and that marked the very point when talk had transitioned to action, and everything was officially put in motion.
Sean did the easy way out.
The first visit that Saturday to the humble home of Charlie Taylor and Ellen, just a few miles from Christiansburg, had occurred that morning.
Chat, wouldn't it be messed up? Wouldn't it be messed up if you were a murderer, you turned your switch off, and then the authorities bring you back alive so you can do your time in jail? Do you think that should be a right thing to do? I don't. What's gone is gone.
He had supplied his daughter-in-law Amanda with some money to cover the cost of Easter basket surprises for his 2 young grandchildren. The second visit, however, would prove nothing like the first, and it quickly took a horrible turn for the worse.
I'm glad he's alive.
How did it start? I mean, how did the assault start? The attack on Charlie, how did it start?
I know it's like a really pathetic excuse, but I really just got really angry to where I blacked out. And that's what I told him at the hospital, but I really felt it. And then when I was angry, I just act on impulse, I couldn't help it.
As soon as she's confronted, Amanda begins rubbing and touching her face, a self-soothing technique.
She knows she's effed, bro.
As well, her hands emphasize when she says act on impulse. But just...
Hey, welcome to the stream, Saba.
Before she says it, this is a clear cluster of anxiety, but also shows that she's experiencing brain and body mismatch, since her emotions don't match her words.
Bro, she just killed... she held kids hostage, and she had a boyfriend that died who was into serial killers. So when her boyfriend died, she started offing people in GTA to avenge her boyfriend's obsession with serial killers. Can you believe that? Can you believe that? I'm bumping like a 50-year-old man. And then after that, turns out her boyfriend had connections with serial killers. He was messaging them in jail. And when her boyfriend died, a serial killer in jail sent her $1,000. This all happened in 2015.
This indicates that what she's saying here isn't the full story. Something is missing.
Yeah.
I killed Charlie at 3:27. I purposely did that because that's my mistake. I think he just sitting him crying and sobbing over it. And I do remember, he's like, I wish I was black. I was like, you wish you were black.
Did you take the knife out then? Is that when you stabbed? So you stabbed him, you don't know how many times you stabbed him?
I have no idea.
She blacked out.
Do you remember where you stabbed Charlie at, where the places did you stab him?
She stabbed that old man to death. That's so sad. Man, I'd never kill somebody. It's too much.
I tried really hard to stab him in his chest. I know there's probably been some wounds. He put his arm up. I'm pretty sure I stabbed his face. As managed to stab his chest. I know Sean got his arm with the crowbar and I think his head.
Okay.
Idiots!
There was a lot of blood against the walls.
The knife.
Yeah.
Oh, you fucking monster!
Did you guys go wash that at any place? I mean, did you get the blood? Did you get the blood off of it?
You stupid, crazy, fat hippopotamus. Man, I hate people like you. People like you don't deserve to be on this earth. People like you deserve to just never be seen again. You fucking murderer. Ugh, you make me sick.
There was none on me. I had the white shirt. There was a shirt still in the Jeep. It was just a white shirt and black pants. And I got like one little drop on me. But it was mainly, I guess, since the knife was so big, that it didn't really come on me or something. I don't know. I had like a lot of Febreze in the Jeep. And I just sprayed it around there and I wiped it with
Febreze?
A hotel washcloth that I had.
Wait. Febreze. Are you talking about like the air freshener? That's disrespectful. She murdered a man and then she used air freshener to cover up a wound. Imagine being a business owner knowing this sicko used air freshener. Man, I swear. Alright, we're gonna get back to this, okay? But I just got this new drink called Slice. I have no idea what it's gonna taste like, but let's try it. Usually people just suck it up and remove it like, oh fuck. But you know, I'm gonna do it the normal way like this. Okay, let me just, bro, it's not working. Let me just.
Still in the Jeep.
Did Charlie ever stand up or was he just staying seated on the
Oh no, he couldn't get up.
He couldn't get up.
The only self-defense was him lifting his arm. Like, that's it.
Okay. Because we found his class ring on the floor.
Yeah, he flopped, like, did you guys see? Yeah. And he flopped over that, so I guess
As coldly as Amanda speaks about the slaying, the autopsy would later reveal that Charlie had been stabbed with a large bayonet-shaped knife, a staggering 31
times!
Needless to say, it was a
31 times! Chat! 31 times! The pain! The pain! 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. I can't. Poor Charlie.
definite case of overkill. Shortly after Charlie was dead, Amanda and Sean fled the scene.
We drove to Tennessee, and we found a hotel. We stayed at it was a really a disgusting hotel.
You're disgusting.
Armada or something. Armada. Yeah, we stayed there.
Where was it in Tennessee that you did? What town it was?
I wasn't too far from Bristol. I couldn't have been. And we stayed the night there.
Not England.
And we took all the guns and ammo and everything up to the room in case something was.
Chat, we gotta check out some UK murders.
However, nothing happened, and once again, they were off. But the reality of the dire situation was starting to sink in. According to Amanda, they had arrived at a crossroads, and it was then that Amanda presented Sean with two options. The way she saw things in her demented mind, at least.
We didn't have a place to drive, and then eventually.
Amanda's hands are palm up as she retells her story. A position that can mean she's lacking confidence in what she's saying and is asking to be believed.
Yeah.
As she speaks, Amanda uses a lot of ums. Filler words when someone is in the middle of a narrative can be a sign that she's thinking about what she's saying and leaving parts of the story out.
I told him we're going to survive. We're running out of gas.
If a serial killer sees this video, they're just gonna take the notes.
Money that's we have to kill people and get it, or we're going to turn ourselves in.
What did he say when you said that?
Nothing.
According to Amanda, Sean was writing a farewell letter to his family as he was planning to take his own life. You'll recall Amanda's social media posts that reference Sean's death and her mother's account of the brief conversation on the subject that ominous Sunday.
So, they were partners in crime, and Sean turned his switch off because he couldn't handle what was going to happen to him after he agreed to start offing people in GTA.
She called, she said, Mom, Sean soft, he couldn't handle it, so I'm by myself now.
I told her today that Sean himself.
Well, the information Amanda had provided wasn't true. Now that she's in custody, she gives investigators the real story. and it was nothing like they expected.
He took all my medicine.
He overdosed.
I didn't take any of my
He
medicine.
overdosed.
There was Klonopin and then 3 other like depression, anxiety medicines that you're only supposed to take at bedtime. I don't know if he took all of it, but he was really messed up. And I remember going on the Blue Ridge Parkway because I wanted to be somewhere where no one would see me. I couldn't just pull over and shoot him. He was just making me so mad because the point of killing Charlie was over him getting wrecked on drugs and me losing my husband because of drugs. And then he's gonna sit there and get so messed up.
You killed someone.
Can't even get back home. I literally went in a big circle.
Are you asking for sympathy?
Didn't have him helping me or anything.
It's bizarre that Amanda claims Sean made her so angry by attempting to take his own life with her medications, but that she then decided to take his life herself. She's made a twisted connection to losing her husband to drugs with her justification of wanting to kill Sean. It's clear that she has a victim-blaming mindset and doesn't take accountability for her own actions.
She just killed someone.
Amanda eventually exits the Blue Ridge Parkway, which consists of 469 miles of roads that wind through scenic areas of the Southern Appalachians in both Virginia and North Carolina. But the purpose of the detour certainly isn't to marvel at the beautiful scenery that surrounds them.
I had got off and I turned down.
Chad, you know I almost died when I was 9. So this is what happened. So in every shop, they have these things that close. Shop, metal bars close. And I was watching a One Piece promotion. And when the shops close down, they always have this like gates that closes down the shops. These things, yeah, these things. That was gonna come down, splitting my head in half until my dad saw that. He was like, Tommy, nigga! He saved my life and he grabbed me and he yoinked me outside of the bars. It was insane. I'm grateful for my daddy.
I just remember taking right and then I curved left.
Calm down. Are you grateful for your daddy? Chat, are you grateful?
Down there, I'm pretty sure.
What are you grateful for?
How it was. I know I didn't turn left. I went down that road. It was just a long road between the trees and like.
Stop playing me in the fucking background. What are you mostly grateful for? Fucking comment it now.
There was no buildings, signs, anything. Long road, and there was a couple people running and stuff, so I kept driving. I was not far off the turn, I don't think, at all. And I just remember he got out and like, he started getting sick. And like I just got really angry at him for doing that. And so I got out and I walked around the car, around the back of the car. I pulled off to the curb. It was like a dirted area, I think. And I remember seeing a girl, like she was jogging in front of us. I shot that way. And then I remember seeing her fall. And I just remember Sean saying that gun was super loud. So that's the only reason I like shot at her is because I was scared that like
okay, so you shot
freak out and flag down a car.
So you just got an innocent girl jogging.
Amanda's ability to target an innocent girl running away from her further demonstrates that she is a cold-blooded, psychopathic murderer. She has no qualms about potentially murdering a stranger.
After he heard the gun, he kind of like came to a little better.
And did you see where the bullet impacted? Or you just saw it?
I didn't pay attention to her. I just wanted to shoot Sean.
Okay.
In a case of horrific irony, Amanda turns the firearm Sean had given her onto him.
I aimed for his head, his face.
Okay. To shoot him in the face.
She killed him. Sean didn't kill himself?
Okay. And you said
in GTA? In Marvel Rivals?
He fell to his side. And I just remember hearing gurgles and
seizure
and like weird noises. So I'm like, okay, he's dying because that's what happened to Charlie. Like Charlie made those noises before he died.
Do you know how close you were to him? I mean, did you have your hands on him when you fired, or?
At Sean?
Yeah,
like
Sean.
Our distance.
Oh, like this close?
Yeah.
Okay.
I meant to kill all 3 of them.
Okay.
She shows absolutely no emotion.
You can even tell this guy was like, okay, his voice was quivering. He was scared, nigga. Wait, I need to take some thumbnail shots real quick. Give me a second. Alright, and some with my head showing. Alright, give me a second. Alright, hold on. This is messed
She may
up.
have ended someone's life just because they were in the wrong place at the wrong time.
Wow.
Her complete lack of empathy for this random person jogging who had nothing to do with her whatsoever is really telling as to the depths of Amanda's sickness. Law enforcement was unable to locate the jogger. Perhaps Amanda hadn't actually hit her and she managed to escape the area unscathed. But as for Sean, the situation was much more harrowing. It seems that's where his life ended. However, things aren't always as they seem.
Did you find out if he died? Did Sean die?
He is in a medically induced coma right now.
So he'll probably survive.
That's too way too early to tell if he will or not.
But if he does survive, he had a big part in this too.
Amanda feigns her concern for Sean's condition. Of course, it's clear that the real reason for her concern is that she wants Sean to take the fall as well. To Amanda's chagrin, not only did Sean survive the shooting, he recovered and later provided investigators with his version of what led to the end of Charlie's life.
You're Sean Ball, is that correct?
Yes, sir.
Okay, today is May the 12th, which is Tuesday, 2015. Again, my name is Captain Robert Newman with the Montgomery County Sheriff's Office, and this is Investigator John. Wow. He's also with the Montgomery County Sheriff's Office. And we want to talk to you about the events that occurred back a few weeks back.
Sean is advised of his rights and agrees to proceed with an interview. The investigators attempt to gain an understanding of the strange dynamic that is Sean and Amanda's relationship, or at least what Sean believed it to be.
What was your relationship with her?
I don't know, I always felt bad for her, and I really liked her a lot. I really felt like she and I kind of loved each other. She might have actually been pregnant too, so I kind of felt in the protector role of her.
Sean assumed he was the father of the child, had Amanda truly been pregnant.
I got so obsessed with her and just wanted to be there for her all the time was because everything she said was like something I've always wanted to hear from somebody. Like, I've never felt good enough for anyone. She just made me feel important. I was that guy that she was waiting for since her husband died.
So you were so infatuated with her?
Yeah, I don't know, I just kept, and
you're crazy!
Like one of her best friends sent a text to my mom even like multiple times. Amanda would joke.
Claro.
To her, how she could play me.
I'm speaking Argentina right now.
Amanda saw her relationship with Sean solely as a means to an end, especially since he had a car. Amanda used his infatuation with her for her own nefarious purposes. Sean's claim that he and Amanda had an intimate relationship makes his feelings for her much more understandable. It also demonstrates how cold, calculating, and manipulative Amanda was. Consistent with his feelings of obsession toward Amanda, it seems Sean was content to follow Amanda's wishes, no matter how depraved. Sean tells investigators about when he and Amanda arrived at Charlie Taylor's house somewhere around 3 o'clock that fateful Saturday afternoon.
We sat there and talked for, 20, 30 minutes, and he starts getting emotional, so I get up, because I was sitting on the couch together smoking cigarettes, he and I were. She doesn't smoke. But then she flops on the couch next to him.
She doesn't smoke, but she smokes people.
Just flipped. Amanda's demeanor drastically changes.
And like I said, that's when the actual incident happened. And
that's when she started stabbing.
Yeah.
Sean minimizes things here by calling it an incident rather than a violent murder. Guilty individuals do tend to minimize the actions of the crime. She suddenly went into a fit of murderous rage. However, she didn't entirely act alone.
What happened? While she stabbed him, what happened? Tell me what happened. How did you get involved?
Like I said, he reached up for her and was trying to fight.
Child, I'm not gonna lie. You ever see a male friend, one of your boys, and you're just like, bro, why is he so handsome? And I don't mean it in a weird way, but it's just, why are you so handsome, nigga? Like, damn.
back, and I just started like hitting him.
Though Sean is saying he hit him, he isn't mentioning that it was with a tire iron. He hesitates a lot as he speaks, making it clear he's thinking about what to say.
Because like I said, I wanted to. It wasn't so much like I really wanted to kill. I mean, I knew it was going to happen. Like I knew he was already like going for that. But
okay, buddy.
I even like told her, I was like, he reached up for you, and I just lost it at that point. Like I just blacked out and started screaming because I saw him going for her, and like in my mind, I still. Like, stupidly, I was still her protector, though, like, in my mind. I hit him in the shoulder and the forearm because he reached up.
Okay. What happened then? What happened to him?
I think she stabbed him like one more or two more times after he was still kind of like flinching, and she stabbed him a couple more times in the chest, like rammed it in pretty good, like right through the, I want to say like the rib, like one towards the heart.
I had stabbed him at least 3 or 4 times, then Sean started.
There was 31 stab wounds.
To basically after he was like dead. Well, not dead, but dying.
Dying, okay.
In addition to the 31 stab wounds Charlie had sustained, he'd suffered 5 to 6 blows by the tire iron at Sean's hands. Murdering Charlie was just the beginning, or so Amanda thought.
Did, once that happened, you said he went through the wallet, got the money out, $200?
Mm-hmm.
Or $220?
Yeah, it's like around that.
Then what happened?
That's when she started taking pictures.
So you saw that one picture of her
with the knife in her hand,
okay,
in front of Charles. She showed it to me when she took it.
The following day, they got back on the road, but that's when things really started sinking in, according to Sean.
I was so guilt-ridden at that point. Like, I had just decided I had taken like all the pills that she had, like every last one she had. Those bottles I emptied into my stomach with 2 bottles of water.
Sean blacked out, and Amanda took that exit off the parkway.
What woke you up?
Her. Like, I don't remember where we were because I was kind of in a haze, but she told me I had thrown up on myself. All I remember at that point was like this most blinding pain like I've ever felt. Like, I don't know what happened. Like, I just remember.
You tried to kill yourself?
I didn't hear a gunshot or nothing. Like, I just went to the ground and felt like the most immense pain that I've ever felt. I don't know if she shot me once, shot me twice. I mean, I got 3 holes in me.
What the hell?
Just being on my back on the ground and like just screaming, and then she drove off. I do remember that part because, like I said, I lost color in my sight. Actually, like, I don't know
what the frick, bro,
how to describe that. Like, I couldn't see anything hardly, but I remember her like waving goodbye to me, and she just drove off in my Jeep.
So she shot you. She said bye bye, and then she went to a Jeep.
Sean had shifted from willing accomplice to target of Amanda's unrelenting wrath.
He never said he couldn't handle it. But before that, like, the past few weeks, all he talked about is how he was so mean. He liked killing, and he just wants on spree killing, and how he wants to be the real life natural born killer.
Why do I kind of believe her?
I'm like into movies, and I'm into that stuff. I never really thought I would do something like that. I think he just didn't.
Maybe the Marine stuff messed him up.
Again, her hands go palm up when she's talking, along with her hand gesture mismatching with her words. What's most interesting, though, is that she suddenly starts anxiously stuttering here, which she hasn't done before.
Like, I'm like into movies, and I'm into that stuff.
Bro.
I never really thought I would do something like that. I think.
Buddy, you did though.
He couldn't do it.
You did do stuff like that,
seems
man.
Desperate to say the right thing. Amanda also grooms her hair again. She wants to be liked and be believed in this moment.
You're not going to be believed. Your life is over.
Worry about over is because they're trying to be deceptive and want their deceptions believed by the officers. People telling the truth don't need to be liked. Here, however, it seems that Amanda isn't being entirely truthful. She had made other plans. And seeing as how Sean was a combat veteran and considering all the atrocities he'd witnessed during his tour in Afghanistan, Amanda assumed he'd remain unaffected by his part in Charlie's murder.
You said he told you he was in the military?
Yeah, he said he was a Marine. Is that true?
Sean's stepfather weighed in on this particular matter during a police interview.
He was infatuated with the
Yeah.
military. He wanted to go to the military, but he never did graduate from high school. So he couldn't get in.
His friends sent him
And it might
stuff.
have been good if he had got in.
Is that
Somebody?
true? No. He was never, he never went to Afghanistan. Are you kidding me?
No, he was never in the military. He went to jail for a few years.
Wow.
But not in the military.
What a fucking liar.
In 2010, Sean was charged with 24 counts of felony burglary.
What?
He received a 3-year prison sentence as part of a plea deal.
He gave my son like all sorts of like stuff.
She has kids?
He lied about a lot. He lied times. But I don't even know. I don't want to even say anything about that. It just makes me really mad.
It was all just another lie. When it seems as if the loose ends have been mostly tied up, the investigator introduces a whole new topic into the mix.
Have you done anything like this before? I mean, like, have you ever done anything like this before?
Kill people?
Yeah.
No.
Liar.
Oh, were you ever in prison when someone else was hurt or killed?
She's gonna blame on Sean or something.
Yeah.
Yes.
No. No.
The question as to whether she was ever present when someone else was hurt or killed seems to catch Amanda off guard, and she struggles to respond. Although ultimately her answer is no, her reaction seems very deceptive.
Her reaction is yes.
Her hesitation implies yes. She's clearly very anxious at this point in the interrogation.
Wow, what a
and this
loser.
line of questioning is very uncomfortable for her.
Obviously.
It took a long time. You answer that question. Is that because you just don't want to tell us?
I won't talk about it.
No.
I know it might help me, but
Well, just give me a hint.
it's something that Rex did.
Rex did.
Yeah.
Well, are you worried that you'll hurt Rex's memory or something?
I just gave him my word and I'm not gonna. Rex kept all his secrets. There's plenty of bodies Rex knew where Bill Snuff, or whatever his name is, Rex knew a lot of stuff. He always kept his word.
Give me a second, chat. Gotta do something. This is the plan that I was actually gonna do. Alright, let me see. Come.
One can't help but wonder if there had been other victims, in addition to the young woman described by Amanda, who had allegedly suffered a brutal beating before Rex took his own life. A horrific possibility, but certainly not implausible. Clearly, she'd planned out what to say about killing Charlie and Sean's attempted murder. But this line of questioning wasn't something she anticipated. But as it turns out, this particular investigator has known of Rex's unsavory interests for quite some time.
My specialty is in
psychology, right?
I don't think I really introduced myself other than you may have met me a while back. I command the Criminal Investigation Division for the Sheriff's Office. I'm also
so you remembered her
with the FBI. My specialty is in computer and network forensics and tracking people over networks.
So
I know a lot.
As the investigator says that he works in computer network forensics, Amanda's eyes shift. You can see her thinking about what this means and how much he might know. She has also gone completely still.
I worked some stuff with Rex back before he died. And I knew Rex said, when the cases I worked with him, he talked about writing to all these serial killers, sending pictures of their kids, these killers, and things like that. Can you tell you about all that?
Yes.
Yes, you knew about all those things.
Though her hands disappear under the table, you can still see them moving, and she's engaging in some self-soothing behaviors.
And Rex didn't really hide a lot of the stuff that he did. I mean, as far as, what he told a lot of people about that stuff.
After a bit of careful prodding and some time to think, Amanda reluctantly reveals details of the act, an alleged brutal attack that had taken place a few years earlier. However, it's important to note that this story has never been verified, and there's no evidence that it ever occurred.
There was some drunk girl that was from Blacksburg that was walking down when we lived in Ellett, and he picked her up and he beat beat her up pretty bad, and he left her there. I don't know what happened. I don't know who she was.
Did she live, die? You don't know.
I didn't care. I didn't know.
Sound like.
What the hell is wrong with her?
She was obvious. She was our age. At the time, that was probably 1920.
Despite the fact that she'd intended for that horrific secret to die with Rex, she had no intention of allowing her own barbaric plans to fade away. Shortly after Charlie's murder and prior to the trek to Bristol, Sean and Amanda had visited a local Dick's sporting goods store and purchased ammunition. Sean provides further evidence that Charlie was indeed meant to just be the beginning.
Her plan was she wanted to do like a true mass murder spree. Like she talked about going down the road and shooting at people or stopping at truck stops. And like when people aren't looking or something like that, she'd just shoot or stab them.
What the hell?
What questions you got for me?
What's gonna happen now?
You're gonna go to jail,
so
right?
Right now, we are holding the warrants on. Okay, there may be other warrants that will come down. Right now, you can charged with second-degree murder. Or you will be held for the homicide of the chief. If they find this woman and she is dead, you can be charged with her murder in the federal system. Because you meant to kill her, but
If you find her still alive, then you
But she's still done bad stuff.
That's why you're still I want to go to prison and get the death penalty. So I will do whatever I have to do to get that.
What?
And hopefully, if I help you, you guys will help me with that.
well, I mean, I'm going to talk to Tom based on what you said, that, there's definitely premeditation can occur minutes before the crime.
Perhaps the most baffling element of this interview is Amanda's claim that she hopes to receive the ultimate punishment.
I mean, what else?
However, it's not especially believable that she truly feels this way. Had Amanda genuinely wanted to end her own life, she could have done so before being apprehended by authorities. This just reinforces the edgy persona she tries to convey. The same one seen in the photos she posted to social media after murdering Charlie.
Who does that?
Like you planned this thing to kill
You
him.
see my Facebook, so
I already know. Yeah, I mean, I've seen your Facebook and I've seen your Instagram, and you've pretty much said what you did, what you did, and you intended.
You said what you did, what you were gonna do, and you did what you said. Idiot.
not like I'm in a cell. Will I be alone? I can't.
No, well, based on what you're telling, I mean, we're going to the people that are out here. You're going to get their intake process. You'll go through a screening, an assessment of your danger to others and your.
I'll hurt somebody if I'm with other people. I'll keep going until you guys are done with me.
Well, let's don't do that. If you don't do that.
Sorry to say that, but that was my goal. Was just to do what I need to with Charlie, and then I'm done.
Whoa.
So I'll do what I have to do.
Well, let's don't kill anybody. Okay, try not to do that.
But thankfully, the dream of mass murder will remain just that for Amanda. A jury deliberated for less than 30 minutes before finding her guilty of first-degree murder.
Yep.
In mid-November of 2015, after an unusually expeditious trial, she was sentenced to life in prison.
There you go.
Esther Sean
life, not the
and was sentenced to 60 years for first-degree murder.
Wow.
With nearly 19 of those years suspended.
Wow, Sean got a happy ending.
I'm a nice gentleman, never going in the pen. Yo, follow the Twitch and click on the video on the screen. Click on it now. Clickety clack, clickety clack, clack. Click on it. Thank you. Now follow the thing. I love you.